All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Tennessee Titans. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Mariota. And his first look is incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and now it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, Mariota again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Now he's forced out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, go down, go down. No. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Good.
Mariota now on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have the football at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Come on now, let's go. Go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. There to first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Come on now, let's go.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Great 15. Great 15. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now the Titans getting set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
With a tackle there by Chris Long.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now a 4th-round pick of the Eagles. This is Dion Lewis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
From the gun, Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Now Sproles. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Here's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They run again with Ajayi. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Let's go. Let's go. 82. 82. What's up?
On play action, Wentz. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. When you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Brought down by Nate Gehrig. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. First down, Mariota. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Run. Great 15.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Play action. Now Wentz. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Titans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Mariota, eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
They'll run. It's Henry. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go. Great.
Now it's Ajayi. And some space here. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They run with Ajayi. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And down inside the 15 he goes. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Cyprien there defensively to make the play.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the 1st half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. second down. Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
They go play action here on first down. And Walker with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Throwing, Mariota, over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He'll buy some time right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This is 3rd and goal, still looking for the first points of the game. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It's complete. It's Sproles. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Come on now, Oaks. Come on now. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even if...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brian Arakpo in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Shorty. Here we go. Waiting.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop the football. They're trained to catch everything.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.